love you like that old hoodie. Yeah, the one with all the stains. My comfort, my warmth. Yo, I love you like that old hoodie. Worn down, but it keeps me warm through the night. Every fray, every thread, my number one. That old hoodie's my heart, and it wears your name.
Ooh, I love you like that old hoodie. My warmth,
my steady. Ooh, I love you like that old hoodie. Yeah, the one with all the stains. It's my number one treasure. It carries no pain.
Je t'aime comme ce pour celui tout abîmé. Il garde le secret, mon cœur apaisé.
We rise, we fall dans chaque fil tissé. I love you like that old hoodie, toujours aimé. Yo, it's frayed at the cuffs, but it's soft as a dream. A love that's worn in, stitched in every seam. It don't need to be shiny, don't need to be new. It's perfect cause it's lived like the love we grew.
It's molded to me, every wrinkle's a sign of comfort, of trust, of your heart and mine. Through the cold and the storms, it holds me tight. That old hoodie's my love, my warmth that night. I love you like that old hoodie.
My treasure, my steady. Yo, it's warm, but it's mine like the love we've made. Every thread's a memory that'll never fade.
Okay, so it's extremely hot in California, and we found some fantastic Selvedge denim. So we're gonna make jeans, but different jeans, fancy jeans, jeans for women with big asses, because everybody eat carbs. Alright, so basically the shortcut here is we measure out how much we want to cut, and we slice it here. This is to slice off the roll to have a little bit more control. So we gotta measure one more. Equal to the first. That goes without saying. Anyway, so you know, the jeans to fit is actually not that difficult to make. The challenges are having a good pattern, having a good design, deciding what colors and trends and uniqueness you want. Anyway, so basically we're going this way, so everything's gonna have the same line. For anyone that's you know, under 5'5", you need just shy of 1 yard for your length, right? Because you're gonna add, well, I don't know how much time we have today, but with Selvedge denim, the width, I mean, it's a fantastic material. It's generally 100% cotton, woven in an old-fashioned method. But your width is generally, let's say, 31 on a good day. So what happens is, at the inflection point, you know, if your hip is 44, 45, 46, 48, at the inflection point, at the rise, you're gonna be a little bit more generous in your cut. So basically we line everything this way, right? So we're going one direction, left and right. Yeah? And because of the selvedge, so I have two designs. And this is my pattern basically, which I've made. And so at the inflection point, here is the inflection point. You generally need all of this space if you have a hip range that's 45, 46. And so you need to use all of that area, which is good here because you get enough, and there's a little stretch in the fabric as well. The beauty of selvedge that people like is to leave these, but no one's ever on a straight line.
Like a blossoming branch, dancing in the wind, taking every
so
chance.
I'm gonna
rooted in the soil, but you kiss the
leave it
sky,
on the
bringing
side,
beauty to the world while the days go by.
which would then mean
hold
I
joy, yeah, they
cheat.
sparkle and sing. Love drips from your leaves like the first breath of spring. Born from laughter, fortune and light. You're a masterpiece blooming in the glow of the night. Like a branch in bloom from the sun and moon.
Anyway, so you come here to the edge. This was surplus fabric, which I guess in LA is called dead stock. So you go to a fabric seller in downtown, and he has a lot of different type of fabric, and you know, it's a surprise what you find, and I guess that's what makes the whole experience exciting. You're searching for something which may be just what you need or not enough of what you need, which is life. Okay. So because it's dead stock and surplus, it doesn't come on a nice neat. You have to play with it a little bit to make sure that all your lines line up. All right. So generally, I've made a cheat sheet pattern for women with big hips, and you'll notice I'm taking up all of this space right here to ensure that I have adequate space in the hip region, because the last thing anybody wants is uncomfortable jeans. Okay, and so I can map out. I can do this two ways. I need the front and the back, and when I cut this way, I am not making a line here. And so I'm actually gonna come in a little narrower and fit it in here, and especially in the foot, so my foot's not gonna be wide. Yeah. The only thing that I'm forsaking by doing this is I'm gonna forsake the lines, unless I flip it the other way, which we're all individuals, so we can do whatever we want. Now this here, the full length is from here to here. I'm at 40. So for anyone that's 5'5" and shorter, the out seam is generally 39, 38, 37, depending on how the clothes is gonna drop, if you have fat in the hips or so on and so forth, right? Anyway, so it's gonna take me this week to cut these and put them together and sew them, and so come back and check and see what we do, or you can hang out today while I sew the whole thing. I mean, it's extremely hot here in LA, so grab a beer, pull up a chair, turn some music on, do something else on your computer. Let's start cut this baby up. Okay, so we want to go here, we're coming.
Love is love, love.
Now I have these marks here, which basically this is where I start to taper off. But I also have these marks here for another reason. This is where I'm gonna drop my cargo pockets. And the way I've done it is, you know, look, this is the size of the phone. So I need a pocket here for my phone, and I probably need a pocket for my phone more than I need a pocket for my keys, right? Because you're always looking for your phone. Now you may be wondering why my pattern is on fabric. I just like to make my lines out on fabric, and you know, I do my samples on fabric. Okay, so we're gonna slice here. Okay, so first pocket.
Your eyes like doves, your voice like wine. Every moment with you is a sacred sign. You're my God in my spring.
Now here I have the second line. This is my where I start to really taper off to get that snug foot feel. Okay. So I take off the pattern. And then now, okay, so let's see how we line up.
L'amour est puissant, un feu dans la nuit, un lien sacré, une lumière infinie.
So most people who have big hips don't necessarily have a big waist. Think Kim Kardashian. Anyway, so this is 46. So at about 13, and it may be a little bit too tight or snug, but 13 is the midpoint. And so where the stitch line is, you know, if I come in an inch, so that's the waist. Then right here is the part that everyone has challenges. So 25 right there in the hip gets you to 12 and a half. Okay. So now we can determine how many pockets we want. I like cargo pockets on the side because it helps me, again, that phone, right? You go somewhere, you put the phone in your pocket. Can't really put the phone in the back pocket, you sit on it, it breaks the phone, bend the screen, whatever. And do we really need a back pocket? Anyway, so let's do some back pockets. Because of how I did this, right? So this is one thing, I'm not having a side cut. So I have a pretty clear idea that the back pocket may be somewhere around here. I mean, it's not an exact size. Then I want to go up a little bit. You can put whatever you want here. Okay. The cargo, I want it to somewhere be around here. So let me measure.
Boy, you said you'd never be broke again, but now you're locked up, caught in the same spin. What is this you chasing, mayhem? What is this you chasing, mayhem or a clown?
Want it to be
every time you rise, you bring yourself back down.
So I'm gonna go here. So 1 to 4, 1 to 4. Who said that don't work?
Bright eyes, sweet lies, you think you found the pearl gem.
Now you can do it bigger or smaller.
Watch her show who she really is then.
At this size I'm at, that's the size of an iPad. At this rate, you might as well carry a bag. Okay, I may make it smaller. But the thing is, when you make your own stuff, you have the freedom to pick and do however you want the pockets. If you want the pockets to be camouflage, you make them camouflage. If you want the pockets to be orange, you make them orange. If you want the pockets to be yellow, you see where I'm going? Okay, so we have one pocket. It's denim. You can put your rivets if you want to accentuate and make it stand out, or you can go plain, whichever makes you happy. We're gonna put one pocket here towards the rear, so this is one leg. You can also mirror this on the other leg, or you can just simply come up with a new flavor for the other leg, whichever feels more exciting. Okay. Now, let's see. Bring this in. It's a cycle of pain, not blessings from above. Come home, find peace, leave the chains behind. There's more to life. So remember, I have one pocket on the back on one leg, so I'm gonna do something different on the other leg, because why not? You know, when we send these to production and they're on the Etsy store, things are a little more defined, but we're just playing around with a sample here. We got some Selvedge today. We went downtown, it was very hot, and because of the heat, we just decided to do a few different things. Some people you can put it down here, I guess if you I remember when you had to fold that paper just right. Seal it with a kiss and hope it make it through the night. So you line out where you want your pockets. Every word you wrote, you can make your pocket standard size. You can just put the design over your pocket or however you like. So on the other leg, I'm just gonna have two pockets. And on one leg, I'm gonna have two pockets, but they're different and they're in different spots. Okay, so now we got that. My hips are a little bit on the fatter side. I probably need to eat more vegetables, walk more, exercise more. Things that are good for you. Okay, next year. Alright, so we start cutting. Alright, where's our scissors? Okay, so we're gonna be a little bit generous here. Okay, so let's go. I used to keep your letters in the box under my bed. Read them on the nights I couldn't get you out my head. Every stroke of your pen was a piece of your soul. Now I get K for a response and I'm left cold. We used to take our time, write our hearts in the ink. Now it's all thumbs on the screen, don't stop to think. Your words used to hit me like waves in the ocean. Now they come shallow, where's the devotion? Every letter was a journey, every word had a weight. Now it's all so fast and it don't feel the same. I wanna go back to that simple kind of love, where patience was the key and we'd rise above. I miss the stamps, I miss the weight, I miss the way your love would resonate. I miss the flow, the time you take. Now it's all so rushed and it feels so fake. I miss the ink stains, the smudges on the side. Every imperfection made it feel alive. I miss the realness, the effort in the game. Now it's just a tap and it don't feel the same. I wanna go back to the old days, when you had to send a letter, take a few days. But the vibe was better, felt the heart in every page. Now it's all too. Is this a more efficient use of fabric? I wanna go back to the old days, when you had to grab a probably a more efficient use of time. Baby, everything okay. And it's an incredible fit. Now I didn't go exactly to the cut line here. Now it's all too fast. Maybe one day we'll go back. I gave a little bit just in case. Okay, the top part is all even.
Yeah.
Okay, so front, rear. We're gonna slope a little bit here. Now, the reason you have this slope is
How's my light spent in a world so wide? Holding talents buried, can't let them hide. The clock's relentless, the days feel thin. Searching for a purpose, the fire within. They say I'm gifted, but I'm blind to the spark. Groping through this maze where it's always dark. But I hear that voice, it whispers my name. Rise with your light, set the world aflame. Rise with your light, set the world aflame. How is your light
so when you buy well,
even in the shadows, let your talent show.
okay, so my foot I have a little bit off.
Don't let it
I didn't
fade.
put the
Every
foot.
spark ignites, every move is made. Shine,
Just
shine
gonna
in the
put a
darkest
clean
night.
line.
The light is the weapon, your fire, your fight. Comment ma lumière brille-t-elle dans ce monde si sombre? Un talent caché, je me demande si je sombre. La vérité est là, mais la peur me retient. Chaque étoile en moi, une étincelle qui s'éteint. Les jours passent vite, mais j'entends l'appel. Marche dans la lumière, laisse tomber le voile. Avec chaque battement, chaque souffle que je prends, je libère mon
You know,
feu, je ne peux plus
denim is
m'arrêter.
probably one of the most user-friendly garment in the US. Wear for a few days, weeks. There's groups of guys that basically take pride in how they wear their selfish denim, how they get their lines in the selfish, you know, when they walk fit and stuff like that. I mean, it's a whole collection of people that are proud to wear material and the fabric a certain way. I mean, to be part of the community is fantastic. But it's also a material that is breathable and very strong, right? So if you own one pair of jeans, you can have one pair of jeans that is functional for many different things. You change your top, whether it's a hoodie, t-shirt or a jacket or a blazer. If you change your top, you change your look. So I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna use these selfish lines in the layout of my pockets and my lineage here. And so I'm not gonna waste these. So basically whatever I use, you know, that's the main part of the sewing material for the pants. I will need a waist and I need pockets. So I'm gonna leverage these pieces that are here, and they're not much, and just because it's selfish and it's expensive, then it's like you treasure all these little things. It's amazing. So I'm gonna leverage all these little things in my pockets. So now I did one pocket here, no pocket here, and there's a pocket here. So I can use this for my pocket here. That's just enough. In an ideal world, I want the top, so I don't have the. Actually, that is just right. Okay. It is just right. I just made it. Probably gonna have to go shorter. That's fine. Don't look too close. Not a little bit more. So I have a stitch there. I have my first pocket.
Every word's a move, every step a play.
Okay.
Don't give away your
My space is not 100%, but that's okay. I just stitch it, so this guy goes here. Mark it so you remember. So I'm gonna show the Selvedge. I'm gonna walk around and tell everybody. Me got me a Selvedge denim jeans. Not just a regular Gap jeans. Nothing wrong with Gap.
Their weight's not yours, let the light prevail. Stand tall, step smart, hold the line.
Okay. Now I have a few of these. So basically, one side pocket. I'm not necessarily even, but that's fine. In a perfect world, you'd want to be even. I don't necessarily believe in perfection. And I can accommodate in my stitching. So basically, at this size, you can put some cash in this pocket. You're not gonna put a whole lot, and I can mirror it if I want. You know, stitch off this, stitch off this. And so, you know, I mean, we all don't fit in the same box, right? So that's the beauty of making your own stuff. Alright, so this here is not a whole lot left to do anything with this part, so we'll just put this to the side for now. The traditional 5 pocket jeans has a pocket rear, pocket front, and a pocket for coins or condoms or whatever. This looks like it could be a very big knife. I don't know if the police will agree with anyone walking around with a very big knife, so we won't be tempted with that. Alright, let's get serious now. So I got pockets on this side. Let's see what I did on this side. I have that one slot. Oh, actually I have 2. Now, in keeping with the pocket up there theme, okay, so this here is, let's put some real measurement. This is 7, and I'm going 7 by 4. I barely get 7, but I can. Okay, so let's go 4.5. Okay, so I'm gonna have to accommodate and take off the edges, make the edges clean. Let's just make the edges clean.
Yo, there's power in silence, peace so loud.
Okay, so that
no need
dies.
to point fingers,
And I'm keeping the thread out because the signature of the Selvedge is telling everybody, hey, check out my thread. Now I have another guy here. Okay, so I think I got all of them with that thread feature displayed. This one was I'm at 5, and I am at 6.5. So we go knock off 5-ish. Let's see where we get. Let's come over a little bit. Let's see where we get 6.5. Actually, I just make it. If it was a bus, I just made the train. It's not perfect, but
silence beyond words, love sincere.
okay. So here, I'm gonna have to clean up my edges. The cheat way is this.
Yo, every word you speak leaves a mark behind. So I choose my love, I speak it kind. Faults don't need light, we all got cracks, but it's love that
As with anything, more upfront planning ensures that the sewing time, you're not impeded. Okay, so I have 2 pockets here, one here, one here. I have some waist that I haven't decided yet what to do with it, probably nothing. Then on the other side, I have a pocket here and a pocket here. Now I have to figure out what did I plan to do here. You can switch this around. Switch this around. Am I different? Am I off? I don't know yet. Okay. So
comme le vent chalant.
What's left now? We need the top and the foot. So, okay, let's see. We need the waist and we need the foot. So let's cut the waist. Gotta go back to our fabric. Somebody said he just suffered. Alright, so let's go back to our fabric. And we need a waist. Now the thing with the waist is you're basically supposed to go this way. That's a lot of fabric for a waist. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. Let's see what we do here. Let's see what we do here. Waist. We need a waist. We need a waist. Okay. You know what? There's no if and but around. I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go this way. And for the waist, if it's a 2-inch waist, then you need 4. That's a little bit too thick. I do 2. It's a little bit too thin. What's going in my waist? Now I can put a cord or I can put an elastic. Okay, so let's go 3. So when I curve it, I'm basically at 1.75. So basically 3 and 3/6, right? Anyone's in high school still don't believe what I'm saying. Math's really important.
Love is the reason, the spark of the sun. Every mile I cross.
Now the thing is, so this is 30. I really don't need 60 for a waist, but for me, it's easier to take the waist this way than the other way because
love is the truth we can't deny.
I want to keep as much of my fabric as possible for making the garment, right? I mean, this may not be the proper way to cut out a waist, but okay. So we got the waistband. They're about equal, and we're gonna wrap it so we're gonna come about this, which is perfect. Okay. Alright, so I have my waist, I have my pockets. What color thread should we use? Let's see. It's more deeper blue. Let's go traditional. I could go bright yellow. I could go orange. Too loud. Go white. Maybe too light. Let's go traditional blue. So we're not gonna show up any of those traditional denim stitching because we're doing it in-house. And if you're doing it at home, you're not gonna necessarily have an industrial machine. If you do, hands off. So we're just gonna go traditional blue. Is that okay? It goes with a lot more choices, right? Doesn't say it back. All right, so I showed you my secret pattern. I showed you my fast track pocket selection, the Selvedge So I hope you come back tomorrow. I'm gonna sit and sew now for a few hours. So I hope you come back tomorrow and watch me put this thing together. Yeah? If you have any positive comments, leave it below. Other than the guy who said he crap in his pants. Alright, have a good day. Cheers, bye.
Yo.